After my husband died, my in-laws and entire family rejected me. They did not love me.
She brings bad luck. So you wouldn't want to have a bad omen in your house, would you?
My nephews even rejected me and would give me no food and did nothing to care for me.
Where are you going to go? Your family's not going to take you, and you're not going to stay in your husband's family anyway, and you don't have education to do any job. What are you going to do? The only thing she did or she did not do is that her husband died.
I was completely alone. Finally, I made my way back to my own place, this village. When I was still able to walk, I would work for anyone who would let me. But when I became weak, I was no more able to walk and no one would give me work. So I had to beg. There was no option for me and I had to survive. Then I became sick and I could no longer even beg. I was having diarrhea for 2 days. No one would come near to me or touch me. I had nothing to eat, nothing to wear. I was completely senseless and didn't know anything.
These 46 million widows, a great percentage of them end up on the streets, in slums, having taken away their rights, their jewelry, their children, and everything.
In the southern region of West Bengal, we find more than 130 islands that are scattered in the Bay of Bengal. Among them is a place known as the Island of Widows, that is home to thousands of women who have been abandoned, simply because her husband died. This is a place of countless broken hearts and lives, the Island of Widows.
I had never heard of the Island of Widows before coming here. When I first came to the island, I had never seen so many widows living in one area. One widow is young and with 3 children. One day, her husband went to the forest to collect honey. Suddenly, a tiger attacked and killed them. When I think about this situation, it breaks my heart. Because when their husband is alive, everyone likes them, helps them, and is their friend. But when their husband dies, everyone abuses them, rejects them, and we see their agony. They have no one to protect them because she has no husband.
It is a story, never-ending story of thousands of women actually committing suicide from this kind of group of people. They have nothing to look for. They simply kill themselves.
There is nothing they can do. They have no hope.
Basically, it's hopeless. There's just no hope.
Despite efforts by the Indian government to pass legislation and enforce laws to protect the women of India, unfortunately, it's a daunting task when facing over 1 billion people with thousands of years of this oppression sewn into the fabric of the culture itself. Is there a solution to this societal injustice? So it is. This symbol of a king who loved his bride more than his kingdom is without a doubt an unrealistic portrayal of the culture it's meant to represent. In a society dominated by men and ruled by a culture of gender segregation, how is it even possible to reach out and help these oppressed women?
In the book of Ezekiel, God says, God judged them because they did not care for the poor, the suffering. They did not do justice to the people that needed help, and they neglected caring for the helpless. And these are women, actually, by culture and faith and beliefs, they're helpless. And this is a responsibility of the body of Christ to care for them.